Today, I bring you a sad a tale of dishonour, mistrust and treachery. Duppyville was the place that I happily called home for many hundreds of days, defeating 4 bosses and preparing to face the 5th, Yaglov. However, during the preparation for this epic battle, an act of deceit occurred and Duppyville was no longer safe for me. A thief stole from me precious arrows which I had crafted in preparation for the 5th boss. Although the culprit refused to come forward, and my keen detective work was to no avail, a lot of needle arrows were in use the next day on our adventures, so I was sceptical of all of them. Drastic action had to be taken. My house went up for sale and I dispersed all of my worldly belongings between 3 exclusive bases, which I had painstakingly built for fun, but now had to become my own strongholds. And I want to share with you these builds, just in case any treachery occurs amongst your kin and you are forced to take the same action that I have. So for base number 1, we start our journey at the Duppy Club. And the Duppy Club is not far from our main base, so it's not designed to be hidden. I have, however, used a ward which will stop any of the would-be thieves from getting in and stealing some of the stuff. But for the most part, they will find this building, but they won't be able to get into it. So that's the start of the hidden base. This building is completely impenetrable. There's no way for anyone to get in at all. Even if somebody did manage to find their way in, all I'm hoping is that they'll come in and they'll see it's just a standard building. It's set out a bit like a pub or a social club. They'll come in, they'll see there's a nicely built fire. They've got the ward out the front. They know they're not supposed to be in here. Hopefully they won't find any of the secrets that this building holds. One final check to make sure the coast is clear and we'll go into the secret room. Now that little trick that you've just seen can be used in a very, very hilarious way.
Yeah, man, I enjoy myself. Oh my god! You f***ers. Oh my god!
Yeah, I've got it. You gone? So that's just a little trick that you can try with your friends and get them stuck in a hole in their own house. So in this room, I've put 2 chests down and I've put some pretty standard items in there, nothing special. But if anyone comes in, what they'll see is that I've got some storage down here, and if they're going to steal anything, this is the stuff that they'll steal. They'll have a look around the room, they'll see that's just a hearth that's poking through there, it's not some special furniture. What they won't realise is that actually this room holds another secret. And here it is, the portal to the Dan Cave. And the Dan Cave is the name of the build that I want to show you. So this is where the magic really happens. This is my secret base that nobody in my server knows about, and it's completely hidden. It can't be walked into, it can't be found, and I've put a ward down to stop people digging in and around the area. Put trophies along the wall, a couple of thrones, and obviously the necessary dragon bed. Here I've then got storage that I can put real valuable items in that I actually don't want people to steal. So anything that I've got going forward, my treasures, stuff like that, metals, they can all go in here and they'll stay in there forever. At the end of this video, I have put a guide on how you can build this yourself. It's actually hidden under the Elder's altar, so that's the roof. That's why it's different to any other build that you may have seen before. On to the second build. So this second exclusive base I was planning to have actually isn't exclusive at all anymore. I have shown the other people in my server where this is, and we use it as our main plains base. I've called it the Pagoda for obvious reasons. It's a pagoda built on top of one of the rocks in the plains biome. We use it as our farm, and it has stairs running up the outside which actually take you into the build. Like I say, I was intending to have this as an exclusive base with a portal access from a place where only I would know about, but actually when everyone saw it, they thought, yes, this is the build that we need in the plains. Obviously the plains is the most dangerous biome. A lot of the enemies around here can very easily kill you, as I'm sure most people have found out. So having a base up high stops any enemies from being able to attack you. A Death Skeeto could in theory fly up here, but they don't. You're even safe from that. The stairs built up the outside are all supported by the rock itself, so you don't need to do anything special there. When you get towards the top, I've built a stone base, flattened out the top of the rock. It's hard to build on the jagged rock, so flatten it out with stone base. Then from there you can build wood upwards using wood beam to support. And you can go pretty high actually. I could have went higher than this, but I found that this is the level that we want. So on the one side we have just plains, and on the second side we obviously have the swamp biome as well. Upstairs, there's 4 people on our server. We've got 4 throne chairs with a froster in the middle, just because I think it looks cool. So that's the second build. Definitely give this one a go, or give a build like this a go on the top of one of the rocks if you've got the time to do so. So the third and final build that we've got is the Pyramid, which is my home away from home. Not far from Duppyville village, but far enough away that other people can't be able to run over here and can't get in thanks to the strategic placement of the wards. So it's built in the style of a pyramid with an outer section at the top which allows me to hang up the trophies from all the battles that we've won. On the left hand side I've got a wolf pen. We have managed to tame some wolves, as you'll have seen outside as well. And they just run around and they keep your area protected really. I have a small garden area just because I can. I've only managed to find 1 queen bee, all the rest of them are in Duppyville, and I'll let them keep them even though I found most of them. But one day I'm looking to have quite a few more bee hives around there to get my honey supply. On the right hand side of the build, we've got another ward which protects this side. We've also got the cooking station with the cooking pot and multiple cooking racks, so I can get a lot of meat cooked at the same time. And finally we have a little bit of farmland with the final ward which protects the whole back wall. So with this strategic placement of the wards, it means nobody can build their way in, and around the whole area nobody can jump in either. I built a little lookout around the outside of the front half of the wall, but then I did actually surround it by trees, which kind of got rid of the point of having a lookout. But from some angles you can get a good shot at any enemies that might be coming in. But it's in the meadows, so not too many enemies to worry about apart from when you get raided, and even then you've got stone walls that stop them getting in really. So now onto the important part of the build. We have the indoor section inside of the pyramid, and how I've laid that out to try and maximise a bit of the space. Obviously with a pyramid you're left with a very small area in the middle, so you've got to try and find ways of supporting the whole build and giving yourself more space. So the bottom floor I put stone down again just because I think it looks the best. We have what would be under stair storage on either side. We have our area for our crafting, so we have our forge and our workbench, and also a stone cutter for all the stone repairs that we have to go around and do should anything get damaged. Again, we've got a little bit of storage under the stairs, really trying to maximise the space that you've got inside the pyramid. Then upstairs I've knocked out half of the walls on this side, so that allows me to create a small bedroom with a hanging brazier for a fire, which means I can sleep up here. A lot of furniture around to get that comfort level up as high as possible. It's up to 14 in this build, which gives a good amount of rested state. So that's it, that's the 3 builds, and I'll leave you with a short guide on how to create the first base. Thank you for watching, and like and comment if you enjoyed it.